Now, before we get into this entertaining video, we would just like to remind you to like and subscribe.
Yes, please do like and subscribe.
Sunflowers! Well, hello there, everyone, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here to read on Lisa. Now, I know I just recently read on her and Frederick Arnold. However, I'm here to read on just Lisa. I just recently read on Rosalia, if you're curious about that. She recently released a song called New Woman, her and Rosalia, together as a feature. They killed it. Love the sound. It's definitely what I thought that little snippet that she did was literally the vibe of the song. So, when she had teased like on TikTok. But that all being said, I'm excited to see where Lisa is going, because Lisa, like she said, is a brand new woman. So let's see what is going on with Lisa's life. So I'm going to first shuffle the cards real quick. So that's what I know about Lisa. I'm not sure if she's dating Frederick. That's still a question mark. But according to that reading, it may be so, maybe not. Or maybe so. All right, so let's see. Wow, this is interesting. The first thing I got when I saw this sickle, I was just like, oh, did Lisa cut somebody off? Because this is right above Lisa's head. And then what's underneath Lisa? A wealthy man. Now, usually that doesn't literally mean a wealthy man, but we know Lisa is literally dating a wealthy man. So, according to the way these cards line up, she might be thinking about cutting off Frederick. And like I said in that reading, I made sure to stress that it was all allegedly, but it seemed pretty convincing by the cards that Lisa and Frederick, those pictures may be true. And if it is, she might be thinking about cutting off Frederick. I said it in that reading, honestly, when I had read it, it just popped up in that card, and it's definitely coming from Lisa's point of view. I'm not sure if she's going to learn something about him. I'm not sure if this mature woman could literally be Lisa's mom or literally be Frederick's mom, but some mom. And because the sickle is next to the mature woman, but not facing towards the mature woman, I don't think that this mature woman could symbolize Frederick's mom, because I think if it did, it would face this way to symbolize cutting off Frederick and his mom, because maybe his mom doesn't approve of Lisa. But that could also symbolize that too, that maybe the sickle doesn't have to literally be facing. It just could be the fact that Frederick's mom is in the picture, because like they said, Lisa just apparently, allegedly, according to the streets, was just recently spotted with Frederick's family. So maybe Frederick's mom does not approve of Lisa. And considering the kind of background that Frederick has, Lisa would definitely not be somebody you would want to bring home to your mom. Because she's just free, and I don't think, and she can be conservative. Lisa can get conservative and dress up and be formal and get in a gown when she needs to. But just her energy, her tomboyish style, her you can't put me in a box, you're not going to label me. I just feel like she's not going to change just to fit a environment. And That's how his mom may feel, and she may have picked that up. Or maybe his mother is just a straight shooter and directly told her herself. But either way, maybe if that's the case, that could be another reason or influence on why Lisa would want to cut off Frederick. Because like I said, I'm just like, I'm not sure if Lisa went on. I'm so sorry that this had to be about Frederick, but Frederick just happened to pop up. And so did another female, and I'm not sure if that's Jenny. I always say it's Jenny, so we're going to find out who this other female could possibly be in her life. That's why I'm going to save her for last. So whoever this would, so, and it's also, if you want to talk about it like on a line, if you so say. So it's like this, so it's kind of like this line right here is like the influence, and then this card right here is like our indirect influence, the mature woman. So because of that, this mature woman, who I am assuming is Frederick's mother, had some type of influence, or maybe had some way, because this is up in Lisa's head. Lisa could be thinking about this woman, or thinking about how this woman acted or behaved around her, and because of that, Lisa's probably like picking up on some kind of energy of like feeling unwelcomed, because sometimes families like that, they know how to make you feel unwelcome and welcomed at the same time, but really unwelcomed. It's just a friendly facade. And because of that, maybe Lisa could have picked up on that. And because of that, she just feels like if your family doesn't want me, or your family expects something out of me, I can't get with that particularly. And I'm not going to do that for the sake of love. So if she has to cut off Frederick, that's what she might have to do. Because just like in her last reading, I'm not sure if this card popped up too, or if another card symbolized, but this represents going on a journey, literally moving forward, moving on, which comes right next to this. Did I put it right? No. Which comes right after this scythe. So because of that, once she has apparently, supposedly, allegedly cut off Frederick, she's going to be moving on with her life and doing her thing and exploring, because like Lisa said, she is a new woman. And because she said woman, okay? She was like, I am almost 30, y'all. You're gonna hear me and see me. And because of that, she's like doing something different, really making a statement and being symbolic in what she's doing. She's like, this is going to be like the bust out Remembrance solo ever, because we got a little bit of Lisa when she did Money, and when she did Lalisa. We got some for that. But now when Lisa went full solo, she really went out, full out, and we're going to remember Lisa for being her true, authentic self. As she said, she's a new woman. She's exploring and finding herself. Surprisingly, I've been saying that was the theme for Jenny, but honestly, both girls and all the girls from Blackpink could be expressing that. However, Jenny could be still in that period of finding herself, where Lisa still finding herself, but is out and bold and in your face with it. And it could just be their zodiac signs too. But what I see is definitely, I had to skip to the end real quick to look at the outcome card, because I just see that Lisa just wants to be happy. And if there's going to be some restrictions that are going to keep her from being happy, then she is going to dismiss it, I'll say. You know, I am going to have to think about this for a second. Because we have the Sun card here at the end. And I was just saying that Jenny just wants to be happy, not have herself be restricted. Well, right next to the Sun card is Frederick. But also, right next to the sun card, but not directly next to the sun card, is this female card. And I said, I don't know who this could be. I'm going to assume it's Ginny, but I don't want to make that assumption until I figure out how it fits into this reading. Well, since this card just happens to be right next to Frederick, who is a romantic interest of Lisa, and this female, and they both, this male and female, just both have to be next to the sun, which symbolizes being open, exposing things, enjoying life, being happy. So we have that, a potential love interest, and a female who also, because we're not sure of Lisa's sexuality, can also symbolize a potential female interest. And we all kind of know who that can be, but there are plenty of fish in the sea. But we pretty much know who it is. So I think right now, maybe, just maybe, and like we said, this is literally going to be so dramatic, but stick with me here for a second. Like I said, Lisa is thinking about maybe cutting off Frederick, and maybe that just could be because Frederick's mom may not like Lisa, or maybe Lisa could be talking to her mom, and her mom just doesn't feel like Frederick is the fit for her daughter, and so because of that, whoever this mature woman is had some form of influence on Lisa's decision. And if you see how the cards are laid out, once she cuts out Frederick from her life, we still have the Sun card, and we still have another romantic interest that so happily could be Jenny, allegedly. So y'all make that make sense. Because in that case, really, Frederick could block. I'm just saying. That's how the cards make it look to me. Either way, maybe she could be happy with either of them. Or maybe Frederick isn't what she wants, and so she's going to cut him off, but she likes some things about him. And maybe she likes Ginny and she likes some things about Ginny, but they're just friends. And that's why she's searching out and looking for something else and somebody else that can maybe fully complete her. Or maybe together both Ginny and Frederick fully complete her. However the story may go. It's a confusing love triangle, honestly, with both of the girls and their sexuality. But honestly, the way Lisa was looking up there in the new woman with Rosalia, I could think Lisa's bi. But to go what's going on in the past, but present, future, we have a mature woman. We have a house. And then we have a female. Okay. So it sounds like it's honestly pretty true that Lisa, allegedly, according to the cards. But the way it looks like, I think that was Lisa on a date with Frederick. And I think that just was Lisa with Frederick's family, because this mature woman is above the house. And I was pretty gung-ho on it being Frederick's mother. But I just wanted to throw it in there that it could be Lisa's mother too. Or it could just be both mothers. But either way, this mature woman is above the house. And Lisa just... This is honestly just a continuation off of Lisa and Frederick's reading, surprisingly. But I guess this is what's going on with Lisa in her life at this moment. Even though she just released a song about 5 days ago called New Woman, I guess what's currently going on in her life, because I guess she's not doing promotions and stuff for this at this particular moment, is the fact that she really just might out here be dating, which is nothing wrong with that. But so that means that this mature woman is connected to this house, and who was Lisa just recently allegedly rumored to be with? Frederick and his family. So because of that, then you're wondering, well, then how does this privileged woman fit in here? And if this represents Ginny, well, we can flip it on that side to go exactly with what I said earlier about how Lisa has to basically go from this to this to fit into here. And for that, Lisa's like, I'm my own self. Why would I do that? if y'all getting it. I hope y'all saw that. I know that was a glare, but it kind of looked like this, and then I dropped the card to symbolize Lisa's dropping the mask and doesn't want to conform to. And Lisa doesn't want to conform to being this, because this also symbolizing the lower level. It could be things that you've accomplished. She's a privileged woman. She's accomplished much. She literally matches. She can, now come on now. She can match Frederick's energy when it comes to wealth and success. Yes, he can. Indirectly, yes, she really will be a good fit for his son. For indirectly, Lisa would be a good fit for Frederick's son, Frederick. So basically, even though that is the case, what Lisa comes with doesn't mean anything if she doesn't look the part. And even if she can, like I said earlier, conform and do that, it's not exactly what she wants to be. And, Frederick, I'm not sure how he looks on his everyday basis, but usually every picture I've seen, he looks dressed up even when he did go to visit the Blackpink girls on tour. So if that's the case, she's got to have a proper, trimmed, clean look at all given times. And also a little bit more conservative and dress up and don't show booty cheeks. Yes, I heard that rumor going around about Lisa. And thank you. Somebody in the comments was like, people have to realize that she's a grown woman. Like Lisa said, I'm a new woman now. So because of that, she is really standing her ground and not really fitting or conforming to what others want her to be. And to pick on the last card that I haven't touched on yet was this bridge card, because I'm trying to figure out what is Lisa going to overcome. And this bridge card just so happens to be underneath the ship card, which I said also symbolizes moving forward and moving on. But now it's even more in her face. Maybe she has to overcome something. Who knows? Maybe it's over the sun. And I don't want to say she has to overcome her own happiness, because nobody should have to sacrifice or compromise their happiness for anything. But the best way I could put it for Lisa is that in order to be herself, in order to shine and be authentically Lisa, she has to move on, overcome this relationship. And like I said, maybe she doesn't even want to move on from Frederick, but just simply she learned, sometimes when you meet the family, you really learn who somebody is. And because of that, please look back at my Lisa and Frederick reading if you haven't seen it. And because of that, maybe she saw something, allegedly, supposedly. I'm not sure, I wasn't there. These are just photos. And I was trying to read on Lisa's career, but Frederick popped up, because that's still what she's currently dealing with, even though she just recently released music. But I guess I will pull 3 cards aside for her career. I was honestly hoping to find out something to see how her career would go in the future, but Frederick popped up. I actually kind of got a little attitude, but I'm like, okay, there was some truth. Okay, she might be finding out about her sexuality. We're not really sure, because we're not really sure how Ginny fits into the picture. Ginny's always in the background, and Ginny popped up again. I can't believe it. Ginny was gone for a while. Ginny, why are you back up in here? But somebody did say that. So people are peeping the readings and the energies, and it's not me that's making this up. But yeah, all of that to be said, in order to move forward and I guess move on for her life, I guess the best way to say is that Frederick is just literally a moment in time of her life and what she's currently dealing with. And once she moves on from that, let me slide this over so I can pick 3 more cards to see what she's going to be moving over and on to. I'm going to shuffle the cards so we can see what is it that Lisa's going to be moving forward and on to from this current moment, when or if she cuts off Frederick, or if she's even in a relation with Frederick, allegedly. Okay. This definitely popped up in the reading last time. And I think so did this. And like I said, moving forward, going on another journey, a bridge. Okay, literally, if Lisa and Frederick I'll say it again, like I said in the last video, if Lisa and Frederick are literally on a down low relationship, it sounds like on the down low, it's going to end or ended. Because now I have 3 confirmations of moving forward and continuing and not staying put. So what I see in her future, what she's moving on to, doing more journeys. But maybe she has now overcame this point in time in her life with Frederick. And now she's able to, like this card popped up in her last reading. And like I always say, every time this card pops up for Lisa, be that little social butterfly that she is and go and live her free life as a new woman. But I see the courthouse right here, which I think popped up last time, but I think it also been popping up in Ginny's reading too. And I thought it came down to what that could be about, especially according with Ginny. But for some reason, there's going to be a courthouse. I'm not sure. This could symbolize that she literally makes a decision, or this could literally mean that she has legal matters to attend to for whatever it could be. Maybe it's about her career, or maybe it could be about Blackpink. But Blackpink is in the sense of contracts, or I don't know, I guess what you say called being put in the doghouse. I really don't know how else, what other repercussions could come from being about the company and a courthouse. But what I see is that Lisa, okay, let me put these cards down. What I do see with Lisa is that with this courthouse, it's right next to the ship card, which is right next to which is right next to the scythe card. So basically this could mean that Lisa, like I said, is going to make that decision to cut off Frederick, allegedly, supposedly, according to the cards. And once she does that, she's going to take the next step in moving forward on, because she has a new chapter in her life to deal with. And the next chapter in her life that so happens to lead her into a courthouse, some sort of dealings, or maybe she's going to have to make more decisions, or maybe she's going to make or maybe literally at least the news about Lisa and Frederick comes out, it's going to be like a scandal, and if it comes out as a scandal, maybe that's something that she has to deal with, and maybe it's going to come out by Loud or come out by YG, and if that does, maybe they're going to figure out what they're going to do with Lisa. Like, are they going to let her go? Are they going to keep her? Like, what are you going to do? Blackpink is literally coming back next year, allegedly. But with this courthouse symbolizing what she's about to move forward into in her future, because this was her future, and I'm saying, what is she going to be in the future, she's going to be moving on, but in the future, what is she going to be moving on to? So if this represents like 6 months, then I'll say in the next year, so add on another 6 months into the future, maybe she could be having legal issues. So I'm not going to try to guess what kind of legal issues that could pertain to, but I do see that that courthouse could literally symbolize 2025, because this would technically, I guess, represent now within the next couple of weeks or within the next couple of months. Because like I said, we're not sure if she cut off Frederick. It is currently on her mind to cut off Frederick. She may have not done it yet, and she may not do it, and she may not even be dating Frederick at all. But there does seem to be some smoke where there is fire. Yeah, like they say, if it's smoke, then there's fire. So there was some fire where there was smoke. There we go. And so because of that, I do see in the future for Lisa, what she's going to be encountering is maybe this could symbolize the coming together of Blackpink. I said that the same thing last time I did this reading, but really the way I want to see this is her, and because I'm trying to think, how can she interact with her fans? Because she has released I forget the name, Rockstar, but I didn't see her promote Rockstar. And it's not like she does live stage performances like Korea. She's promoting as like an American artist. So it's like, how are you going to connect and communicate with your fans? Like Koreans are, I guess, weirdly more connected to their fans than the American culture. So it's kind of like, how is she going to be connecting with her fans, promoting as a solo artist at this moment? But if we're looking in the future, and like I said, in 2025, when Blackpink allegedly, supposedly comes back together as Blackpink, maybe this could symbolize the group the group getting back together, and this could literally symbolize them connecting with their fans. Or the fact that she's already in the public's eye, so she's already on display. So it's not like I can say in the near future everybody's going to be looking at her, because we're already looking at her. She's a rock star. But this could symbolize that her future is going to be moving on to Blackpink. Maybe she's going to have to let him go because she has to deal with Blackpink. And when you're in a relation, and then the question is, so when she's not promoting with Blackpink, she could be in a relationship. But then once Blackpink's getting ready to promote, does she have to like secretly put her boyfriend in the background? Or does she break up with her boyfriend and then promote as Blackpink? Because that wouldn't make sense for her to want to break up with Frederick because she's getting ready to promote with Blackpink. But that's how it's looking like maybe she had to make that ultimatum or that decision. Because these girls really do still have to be careful about what they do. Even though they are basically a Western artist, they are still tied to Koreans, to the Korean K-pop music industry. So because of that, they still have to abide by the Korean rules and standards, even though they are literally not in Korea. And that is honestly hard. That's honestly hard. And because of that, like I said, about her leading on to her journey, and she was overcoming and maybe leaving Frederick so that way she can be herself authentically. And that goes and coincides with the fact that she's on this journey to finding herself. And it's just like, hey, I'm not going to compromise myself, or hey, I'm not going to attach myself to a relationship that, like, there may be love there, but there's just something not right. So she's just like, I don't have to compromise because I know who I am and I know who I am and I know what I am worth. And so because of that, I will continue to move forward. And as I continue to move forward, I am going to keep learning about myself and going on this journey. So, Frederick, it seems like you might get the cuts, boo. And so, really, I'm going to, before I finish up, because like I said, I really want to know about her career. That's what I was anticipating for this reading to be about. But this reading wanted to focus on Frederick and her love life, because that's currently what she's dealing with. Even though she just recently released a song, she currently has her love life in her current moment. So I will pick 1 card, 2 card, and then 3 card to talk about her career. Should have probably left that alone. Well, her career is definitely abundant, that's for sure. We have the fish right here. What I also see in Lisa's career, I'm trying to think, how could a book symbolize? Okay, so Lisa is going to have to learn to, I had picked up on this in her previous readings, and I think it could have even tied in with Jenny. But I think I was definitely something about Lisa and talking about how she could be coming into interactions with many people, and because of that, she's not really sure, especially because she's breaking into the Western market, and because of that, it's completely different from Korea. And she's also opening up a Western music industry record label on top of that. And she was trained under Korean trainership. So it's like it's literally a fish out of water for her right now, I bet. And because of that, trying to figure out, and there's so many people, so many connections that she can meet. She has the money to do anything and everything she wants with her business career and her future, and it is lucrative for her, and she will continue to get lucrative, especially when she starts assigning people to her record label. But I don't think, I mean, even if she has done that, I'm not sure if she's even ready to, she's still learning to promote herself, and maybe this is her first time promoting herself, so maybe she has to get to know promoting herself and get connections in the industry in order to be able to work and be a good manager for other people. So as you could say, maybe this herself is that guinea pig for her company, so that way she knows where to go with the next people. But all that to be said, because there's so many people and she literally is kind of a novice at this, at least for the Western world, she really has to be careful about the people she meets. And maybe she'll learn that. And maybe Frederick just happened to be one of those people, because like I said, maybe he mooching off of her, even though they both got what they got. Maybe it's something that maybe he was attached to Lisa for something that he could get from her, because maybe, like, even though they seem like here, maybe she was like a little bit like right here, and he was just like, maybe if I just get like kind of like that, trying to like climb that social ladder. So because of that, she has to be careful of who she trusts and who she lets into her inner circle. And because of that, maybe she is more careful about what kind of information that she shares with people, because who knows, maybe people can steal ideas from her and stuff like that, especially in the music industry when things aren't copyrighted. When things aren't copyrighted, or you don't have the rights to things, you could have some matters going on legally. So that too could be some things that Lisa could be struggling with. So with that being said, I've covered Lisa's, remember, we gonna come back to this, because those 3 cards that I had pulled about her future within like the next year. Usually I don't do predictions, but it just left me on a cliffhanger, literally. Where is she moving on to? So we found out that, and then I really wanted to know about her career. And that kind of tied in back into her reading. So good thing I did a little side note on that. But like, again, that was like in her future. So that career about who she lets in and learning who to trust, that was like something that she's going to learn because somebody in her. So like so Lisa's basically on a journey of learning. We've basically found that out. So if you like this video, and apparently I also talked about her love life again, which I wasn't anticipating, but we got I guess a fuller story. I don't know what happened within the last couple of days, but it sounds like love just exited. So if you enjoyed this reading, I hope you give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to us. And please remember, everything I do say is allegedly. I do not know any of these people that I read on, and I was not there for any of this. So I cannot tell you all. I can only read what the cards say, and even on that, it's all about how I choose to interpret the cards. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this, and please leave a comment on somebody you would like me to read on. And sunflowers!